What it do, yo? What's up?
Testing.
Get in them guys.
Gushy.
Yeah. You know how all the shows used to end with that? Yeah.
Especially Living Single.
Yes! That was my shit.
Single.
And you had to do the thing at the end. And then she did the kick. Oh my God, that's fucking funny though. But yes, I love Living Single. But yes, hello everyone.
Yes. Welcome to another episode of Like I Was Saying podcast with your girl.
Motherfucking Velvet and
it's your girl Fee, baby.
Yes, on the ones and twos. Hey, on the ones and twos. That made me feel like I was one of the old people back. I said old people. From back in the day when they were like, on the ones and twos. And the boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm talking about? The music. Why you laughing? The way I'm doing it. Y'all, she always laughing at me. But, yep. It's because I have to move when I'm doing
always it. At, not with, just so we're clear.
Whatever, she laughs with me as well. But she can get two of these middle fingers too. But yes, hopefully you all are having a great day, had a great weekend. Hopefully enjoyed. The weather wasn't bad this weekend.
Oh, absolutely not.
I thought it was going to rain, but they psyched me out. And it was pretty good. Yeah. How was your weekend?
My weekend was great. I had some people trying to make friends with me at the bar. Literally slid her phone to me, like, put your number in here. I'm like, ma'am.
What you should have did was give it a podcast.
Ma'am. I want to put up, and the way she did it was like, how do I get myself out of this? And I wasn't alone. I was with my baby. So, like,
your baby?
Weird. My baby. My man.
Okay, I was like, the way you said it, it sounded like an actual baby, not like a.
I ain't got no children.
But that's why. But you call your nieces your baby, so that's why I was like, it sounded because when you say it on here, you be like, my baby.
My man. That's what I was with.
You was with your man, and a girl was trying to holler.
Which I don't understand why. There is just something about I don't understand women always approaching me, especially when I'm out with a man. Like
because they're like, oh, that's probably her friend. Let me slide in on.
But I don't never be like masculine presenting. Like I know I tend to exude that type of energy a lot with the way that I dress. I can put off like masculine energy, but I was very much like feminine dressed.
Tell me, what was it?
I was wearing a bodysuit with jeans and like a platform shoe. Like very much. Now again, I feel like I have like a masculine build at times. I'm very like my arms are very thick. I know my legs and calves are diesel. I feel like and my shoulders are very broad. So I feel like it always sends mixed signals to women. I'm like,
they're like, ooh, is she? Hold on, maybe. Let me try. Let's see.
Literally. And I just be like, bruh, I'm with my man. Like, relax. She literally put the phone directly in front of me. I'm like, I'm with someone. She goes, don't you need new friends? I said,
baby, don't you need new friends?
I don't.
She said, you need a threesome. That's what she was throwing.
Absolutely not.
She was throwing a threesome your way. You don't want to catch it? You
nope.
threw it back. You didn't even catch it.
I dipped, dodged, and rolled. How they doing dodgeball? What is it? Dip, dodge, roll, whatever they're saying is, that is what I did.
I'm weak.
Long story short, I did not end up giving her my number. Saturday, because it was such wonderful weather, I wanted to like go somewhere. And I don't mean like locally, like I wanted to go somewhere, have like an experience. So my man and I went to Natural Bridge, seeing as how I feel like baby might be confusing now. So me and Nabooski went to Natural Bridge.
Okay.
For the weekend.
And how was that?
It was really nice. I've gone to Natural Bridge before. I just really enjoyed visiting there. It's just very quiet and very low key. Like it's out the fucking boonies. Yeah. So it was just a nice experience. It was his first time going.
Okay. So he enjoyed it. That's good. Yeah. So what do you do there? Just walk?
More or less, yes. Because the sites you're there to see, you have to walk to get to.
Oh, okay.
So Natural Bridge is near like Charlotte, Virginia, kind of near like going towards Virginia Tech.
Okay.
But so there's like almost 200 steps you have to ascend down, man-made, like
yeah, I'm good.
Carved into
my clumsy ass.
Steps.
Boop, boop, boop.
I was weak. Booski was playing around on the steps, almost fell himself, and someone else witnessed it, but I didn't realize they did until they came up behind me and started laughing. I said, "Oh shit! Someone else saw it." She was like, "My younger brother did that too." I was like, "That just makes it worse because that's a grown man." That's not
so he was playing around, almost bust all his ass. Hilarious.
And I didn't realize when he looked back at me to like see if I saw, he also saw the other person. I didn't realize that until I heard her come up behind me. I was like, "Oh, you embarrassed."
I would have laughed but at least he caught himself though.
I was weak. I didn't stop laughing until I got to the top. And then he did like a little kid thing where he like hid behind a wall. Like, you don't see me. Like, but we saw you when it was important.
Oh my God. That's hilarious. I would have died laughing.
Child.
Oh my goodness. But that would have been me.
Mm-hmm. But it's very, essentially what it is, the story behind it is it's a big like carved out bridge. Like it's super tall. But the story is that it started from like water that like flowed through the area. And it slowly like eroded the rock away and created this huge like archway.
Interesting.
It's very nice.
I don't know if I don't walk on it.
I think you don't walk on it. You walk
under
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
You don't walk like describing shit. So the steps take you down to the bottom of the archway.
Oh, I thought the way. Okay, yeah.
And it does create and it's called natural bridge. It does create a natural bridge because at the top of it there is a road that goes over it.
So like in the old days.
Uh-huh.
It looked like one of those bridges. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, but from driving over it, you wouldn't know because they have it to where it's it's boarded up on the sides of the road, so you never know you're driving over it.
Oh, okay.
To where obviously they getting their monies off of it because you have to pay to go down there.
Facts.
So they getting their money. So
Absolutely.
you can't see it unless you go down there.
Okay.
At the end of it, it's got a little trail, and there's a couple like cute little oddities about it. There's they call it the Lost River. Have you ever watched Jennifer's Body? Do you remember Jennifer's Body?
I've watched it, don't remember it.
Okay. So along with Natural Bridge, over there's this thing called the Lost River where they don't know where the water comes from. Like they see it and they know where it flows to, but they don't know where the water originates. Which I thought was pretty cool. Like they've dyed the water, they put objects in it, trying to figure out like where it comes from, but have no clue.
Interesting.
And then it has I don't even think it's a mile trail that ends in a waterfall. It's a pretty cute waterfall.
Okay.
So yeah.
So something you get proposed at.
It'd be very cute.
Interesting.
It'd be very cute. Someone would have to be there because someone would have to snatch that picture because that's just gorgeous.
She throwing hints, boo.
Relax.
Hints thrown.
It was very nice though to get away. Now the only drawback of this is going out boony places like this. The food, you're just not gonna find great food experience in my opinion. Like it's really just
mediocre.
Yes. And it's not, especially where it's at too. It's also not like a southern place. I just feel like it's very like
country,
middle America food.
Interesting.
It just didn't. It really was.
So someone that know how to cook need to go up there and make a killing.
Yeah, because 2 different places we went to were super mid.
Yeah. So let me see if I know somebody so I can give me a piece of the pie.
Super mid. So.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, sound like you had a good weekend with the Booski.
That was the weekend. Yeah, it was good. The weather was super nice, and it's been good this week too. Thursday's supposed to be trash and rain. But it's been a nice temperature yesterday. Today was a nice temperature. Sun's been definitely in our favor, and so is the heat, the warmth.
And I love that. Today was good. I had my door open and everything.
Ooh.
Yeah, me and T'Challa was chilling, baby.
That's what's up. That's what's up. How was your weekend?
Mine was good. I don't remember what happened Friday, because I know we talked, and I was like, what happened Friday? And I have zero idea. To this day. Yup.
Yeah, that's right, because I hit you up Friday night, and I didn't hear back from you until like 10.
Yeah, because I went and dropped Jonathan off, but I don't remember what I did when I hit you up. I think I was sitting here, And I think I was dead to the world. I was like, y'all, I'm gonna take my ass to bed. I think that's what happened, but bitch, I don't even know. Saturday got my hair dyed, and
what color?
Y'all can see it next week because we got the camera up.
Dear baby Jesus.
Now it's purples.
It is nice. I like it a lot.
I appreciate it. Yay. And then I got my face wax legit because I'm a hairy being. So
how does that feel? Like I know how my coochie feels. How does your face wax feel? How would you compare the two?
The coochie is definitely worse.
Really?
The coochie isn't bad to me though, so neither is the face. But I can say, and it's not even when she pulls it, but legit when she does like my upper lip, there's always a tear that goes down. It's not when she pulls it; it's literally when she just puts it on there. Like she could do my whole face and nothing, but it's just my upper lip. Regardless, wherever I go, if I go to like where you go get your nails done, they do it anywhere. It's literally just my upper lip. A tear will fall down. And I said, what the fuck is, it's been doing that for like ever. And I have no idea. And so I had a new waxer because mine was busy. And so I said, just so you're aware, it's not hurting because it's not even when you pull it. Because when you pull it, it's whatever. It's when you put it on there, a tear will come down. She said, I'm so glad you told me. I would have thought like it was too hot or something and freaked out. And I said, yeah, I try to warn people if they've never waxed me before. Because legit, it'll be one tear right down my teeth. Every time. So she has to pluck it 4 times. It's every single time.
Golly.
Yeah. I was over there like, I promise it's not it. Wiping my eyes. I swear. Because when she pulled it, say, yeah, it's not even when you pull it. You just are cool. And I said, it's legit when you put it on there. She did my whole face and was like, that's so interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that. And I said, yeah. Have no idea. My body apparently just does weird shit. So. Yeah. But that was cool. And then I went out with 2 of my girls Saturday night. We went to like 85 fucking places. Because 3 of them were fucking closed. That was just enough. The one place I went to was trash. I tried to give them another chance. And I don't even remember their names. So.
Bar Louie.
Yes. I tried to give them another chance and disappointed again. I just can't. The drinks weren't hitting. The food was trash. I just said, oh, fuck it. Then we went to...
You said something tavern.
I'm about to look it up because
even after we talked about it, I'm truly not sure where you went.
It is called something. It's called Legacy Bar.
The fuck?
Legacy Bar. It's over there by Bar Louie and stuff. So instead of, what's that other place I said I went to? What place you go to Friday?
Park Lane.
Park Lane, because that's at the corner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you go towards Park Lane, you'll turn left to go, like, to pass Park Lane. And it's, like, by the paint. No, what is that place?
It's crazy.
By the sushi place. There's a Sushi King. It's right next door to the sushi place.
A town center in that area is just very interesting.
The way it's set up.
They keep very specific things on the very outer exterior, and then a whole bunch of random shit in the middle.
And that was a random Ghana. The only reason we saw that is because we were going to Park Lane, and one of the girls I was with had on heels, and she was like, since they closed, and the girl that drove was like, I know your feet hurting. Let me go get the car. So we stayed there. So when she pulled up, we had to go swoop around, and that's when we saw it. But we ended up going to a different place, and they ended up closing, which is stupid, because all it says is open from 12 to close. Well, bitch, what is closed? That's just a waste of people's gas if they don't know what time you close. I hate places like that. That shit made me mad. So then we went back to that place, and that was fun. We got some drinks, dance. That was the best part of the night. There were a different range of people. People was getting down on the floor. One girl and one dude. It reminded me of like, I don't want to say dirty dancing, but they were the only motherfuckers on the floor enjoying their goddamn self. Like, I loved it. I was like, dang, I can't wait to be like that one day. But anyways.
Okay, so it was just Saturday. Saturday night,
And then Sunday. Oh, put up the TV in my soon-to-be workout room. And did taxes and cried. Well, I haven't finished taxes still, but looked at my taxes and completed some of it. And then when I found out that I owed the amount that is saying that I'm owing them, because they're killing me. So owing them, it made me cry, and I had to close it out because it was just making me sad. It was making me very, very sad.
When I did mine, I cried.
Like, why?
Like, literally, like not metaphorically cried. I literally shed tears.
Because you have to. I just don't get it. Like, what is the point y'all taking taxes out during the year and then want me to pay y'all again?
Exactly.
Like, what's the point? I don't get it. I hate it. And now I have to owe all this fucking money, and I just am sad. But anyways, that was my Saturday. So Saturday I drank. Oh, I went to the movies. I saw that movie, Death on the Nile.
You didn't tell me that. I don't recall having that conversation. I remember you saying you wanted to go see it. How was it?
It was good. I enjoy, because I like those type of movies. I think I told you before I was going to possibly go see it, and you were like, yeah, I ain't going to join you because I don't want to see that. And he said, that seems like your type of movie, and it was. I was very sad because I got the guests wrong, because I'm usually spot on.
That should be good. That should be refreshing to you.
But I was sad because I really wanted to get it. No. But yes, I was happy because I didn't, because usually I'm spot on, but they had tricked me. And so I was like, it's definitely not. I knew it was certain people, it definitely wasn't. But then I was like, it has to be two people, because that just makes the most sense. So that part I was right, but I didn't get the two people right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because I was like, oh, it can't be that person because he was shot. So that doesn't make sense. But then they played it back, and I said, oh, that motherfucker was slick. Got it. So I was very sad that I didn't get it, but happy because, again, I always get it for the most part. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yes, that motherfucker, that was easy. So yeah. And I love Wonder Woman. I don't remember her real name. Mm-hmm. But the woman that plays Wonder Woman.
I don't know her name.
Yeah. So she was in it. That was good. I enjoyed it overall. There were actually a lot of people, but I'm terrible with names, and I really was just like, what is that? I know that person is something.
Like Gigi something, is it?
Ooh, don't get me lying.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying there was legit, like a cast, mm-hmm. But I couldn't remember that girl, and I was like, I know her from something too. What is he from? He's from something. And I just cannot remember not one of, I know where Wonder Woman's from, but I couldn't pick none of them other people. Oh my gosh. I was like, I know they're in something though. But yeah, that was good. But I guess we're going to go ahead and move forward and talk about this interesting shit going on in the world. You want to lead off?
I was about to look up Wonder Woman's name. Hold on. Let me.
What?
Wonder Woman. Oh no, Gal Gadot. But for some reason I was thinking
Gigi.
That's she got G's in her name.
Yes, Gigi is a model, ain't it?
Funny, you don't know about it yet. We're talking about her later. So
yeah,
Ryan Coogler, mm-hmm. Unfortunately, mm-hmm. had the cops called on him mm-hmm. while patroning at Bank of America, where he has his own bank account. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And was in Atlanta.
Yes, he was in Georgia. Mm-hmm.
In Atlanta, we're gonna have to home into this because there's a reason I'm saying Atlanta and the mm-hmm. way I'm saying it. He was in Atlanta, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. and he, in not trying to be outright about what he's there for, the amount of money he's there
trying to
trying to withdraw his monies. Mm-hmm. He wrote a note that said how much he wished to withdraw from his account, wrote his account information, mm-hmm. and asked the lady to be discreet. Mm-hmm. The lady was very off-put by, I guess, his approach, didn't understand his approach, mm-hmm. would ask questions about what he wanted. And he kept referencing her back to the note he had written.
Correct.
Had put in a debit card into the system to bring up his account information. Uh-huh. And even offered an ID, which obviously they would need.
Correct.
He even provided an ID. Mm-hmm. This woman then proceeded to advise to her supervisor of her uncomfortability. And he advised, if you're that uncomfortable, call the police.
That's stupid. But... okay, continue. Mm-hmm.
And so she called the police.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So first I'm going to skip over and say the police came to the scene.
Correct.
And put him immediately into handcuffs.
Correct.
And arrested him.
And you forgot the gun part because they took their guns out.
Oh yeah, so they took out their guns and arrested him.
Correct.
And the entire time he's very compliant, calm, and following whatever their requests are. Again, guns drawn.
Yeah.
And arrested him.
Correct.
So after all this happens, the 911 call for the person who was assisting him was released.
And that was
The entire phone call was just
dumb.
Jaw was on the floor the entire time.
Because it made no sense. Even the 911 operator was like, okay, maybe he just wants to be discreet. She legit said, maybe he just wants to, and that was what he wanted. So, and also, he gave her a note, and she said, I didn't even look at it. So I'm confused.
Like his ID. She said the ID.
She didn't even look at the ID. So you couldn't put 1 and 1 together to equal 2. He put his debit card in the machine, which is what all of us do when we go to the bank. And if they request an ID, you give them the ID. The ID will then match up with the name on the screen and the debit card.
And the person who is handing it all to you will be verifiable in the picture. Correct.
He had a mask on, but a lot of people still wear their mask because of COVID, whatever it could be. So still, he did all of that, and you have to put your PIN in when you put your debit card in. So
she just kept saying how uncomfortable she was and how scared she was.
Well, that's not a job for you, baby.
No.
That's not the job for you. He did everything he was supposed to do. He gave you his ID. He put his card in. He gave you a note. He basically is telling you, I want to be discreet. If you'd have read it, it would have said
$12,000.
Yeah, and you in a certain area. Bitch, I don't care if I'm in a rich area. If I'm not going to say, hey, I want to withdraw $12,000. Bitch, when I go in there and want to withdraw $1,000, I'm quiet. Can I get $1,000?
Yeah.
Can I get $1,000?
And for context, guys, this man, for those who may not know who Ryan Coogler is, this is the director of Black Panther. He is, and if I'm not mistaken, working with Peele.
And I think he did
movies.
Fruitvale Station.
Yeah, this man is established.
Correct.
For one, the black community, because also the person who made the phone call
was a black woman. Yeah.
Like, and that's another thing that is like, he's in Atlanta, the like Black Hollywood.
Yes.
Of the country.
Correct.
And this is still happening to him. And you could tell the 911 dispatcher was a black woman as well.
Because she was confused.
She was very confused because she said at multiple points, like, because I guess you are a 911 dispatcher, you can't refuse to send police somewhere. If someone's calling, she walked her through multiple points where it was like, okay, he said he just wants to be discreet. He offered an ID. You didn't verify his information. And she said there was multiple times where she's questioning, like, maybe you should think about what you're saying.
Correct.
I'm giving you an opportunity to think about the steps you have taken.
Because it doesn't make sense.
And she just blows past them all. The manager at no point became involved and even tried to vet to see what was going on. And what's crazy is the employee who called the police and the manager are all still employed. I wonder if the reasoning behind it is because the people involved were black as to why they weren't fired. Because usually
I feel at some point they will be fired, but it's not as quick as if it was of someone of a different ethnicity. Correct. Of a different ethnicity, same day, same time, it's over, you out the door. But because of his ethnicity, I do believe, because he also has some power, again, it's not the same, but he has some power, that at some point they will be fired. But also, he's probably going to take all his money out of the bank.
Bank of America.
I know. I hate Bank of America. Them and Wells.
This is America.
Them and Wells.
This is America.
Facts. That's very sad, though. I feel, because any small instant or thing that he could have done, he could have been shot.
Absolutely.
So it's sad to say I'm glad that he complied, even though we knew that he would, because he wasn't doing nothing wrong. But it's just,
It's just very unfortunate, and it shows the inequity when it comes to Black people in America. Mm-hmm. You don't have the ability, and no one can use common sense as to why you possibly would not want to say out loud who I am, mm-hmm. what I wish to withdraw.
Correct.
Because again, being in Atlanta, again, that's Black Hollywood. Mm-hmm. Most people are gonna know who he is.
Correct.
So I will say, I mean, I don't know if I would truly recognize, because he is behind the scenes and he is a director. I wouldn't recognize the name. I don't think I would recognize him.
I would not.
But he had a beanie on and a face mask, so it would be hard to look at him and identify who he is.
Correct.
To the common person. So that's probably why he wrote all his information on a piece of paper, as to not be recognized.
Because he didn't want to get robbed.
Right,
and he said that. He said, I did not want to get robbed, which I get. Like I said, when I draw money out, because you can't go to the ATM and draw more than $500 or $600, depending upon your bank.
Yeah, like $500.
Yeah, if I have to go in for whatever reason and withdraw $1,000, I ain't got $12,000 I'm taking out, but with $1,000.
Yeah.
Can I get $1,000?
It's just said that Black people cannot do what they wish with their own money.
Correct.
And it has to be seen, and it's also as if like like she couldn't fathom him having that money in his own account to withdraw.
But it even has a picture of you. I think on the bank side.
But again, she did not look at it. She didn't look at it at all.
Okay.
Like she didn't look at anything to verify anything.
Yes, and that is a problem, and that's why she should be fired, regardless. You can't get scared over everything. You can't work at a bank like that, baby. Mm-mm. You cannot work at a bank like that. There's gonna be people from fucking senators to fucking drug dealers coming in there. Mm-hmm. That don't mean that they're gonna rob the bank, girl. And he wouldn't have came in there just like that either. If he gonna rob, girl.
And nothing was. And the 911 dispatcher also asked if she had any inclination that he may have a weapon. And
she said no. No. I just. Ma'am, you just don't need to work in Bank of America.
And that is what gets people killed.
Facts. All facts. All you had to do was look at the note. All you had to verify was the information provided to you. The ID, the card, the PIN number that he put in that opens up the account for you to verify that is him.
Right.
And the paperwork. He had his account number on the paperwork. You type the shit in and matches up. Boom, boom, bam, bam. Give him his goddamn money and let it go. But you're being too scared, and that could absolutely get someone killed. If it was someone that was a little bit more hasty and wasn't like him and was like, oh, hold on, there could have been anyone. And I can't say that they had it. That would be wrong for them to do. Like, why the fuck is y'all approaching me if I'm trying to get money in my bank? A lot of people are going to be upset. Like, all I'm doing is get money in my bank. Why are you drawing your guns out on me? And that could have went south real quick. Mm-hmm. You know? That's crazy. Y'all need to live a better life. And y'all need to stop being scary all the goddamn time.
And again, why, which I hope that gets addressed through this video, why are they drawing guns when there's absolutely no weapon being shown, brandished? There's no aggression from him.
And that's why he asked for their badge numbers in their video. And I said, yeah, go ahead, ask for all of it. Write him all of them motherfuckers up. Because I don't think that is protocol. It's different if they have to, if there is a weapon or something. But he literally, when they walked up, he was one guy, the one officer that you see the body cam from. He's like, hey, can you step over here? And the other one drew his gun. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't think that's part of protocol.
No, it's not.
Especially if you're going along with what they're saying. It's not like you're fighting or like, Fired. Money was drawn. I don't know how much money he got, but I don't know who else Bank of America got in their banks, but withdrawn. I'm going to take my money somewhere else. I feel bad for him. I wouldn't even know what to do. Like, afterwards, because you still, like, that's crazy. I'm quite sure that's not the first time he's ever had a gun drawn on him. Yeah. So that has to be crazy. Like, I wouldn't even know what to do for real. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, I couldn't imagine. I pray for him. I hope everything, mentally, I'm quite sure he's been through things, and that's probably how he came up with Fruitvale Station. Yeah. So, and that was a crazy, well, no, because that was a true story, but that's crazy. Did you see the, since we're on this topic, did you see the one black dude that was buying a bike for his son?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll move on then. No, it was a gentleman buying a bike for his son. I'm quite sure it was in Walmart. I'm 97% sure it was in a Walmart. I just saw the video and was like, ooh, I can't watch all of it. But apparently one of the workers, because he was riding a bike in the bike area of Walmart, trying to make sure, I guess, I don't know how big his son was, but trying to make sure it was fit for his son. But then he goes to go pay for the bike, but by that time the police were already called. And so they thought that he was trying to steal the bike. And he was like, no, I'm literally purchasing the bike. I'm putting half on, like he had cash and half on card. And they like literally legit arrested him. And like, it was crazy. And he was like, I just bought, he was at the end of so he had literally just purchased it. That's what it was. And he was like, I just bought it, but you don't hear anything about the police asking for a receipt at all.
Crazy.
I just don't get that. Like, to me, logic is, okay, you said you bought it. Where's your receipt? Because he was still in the Walmart. So it's not like he was outside and maybe, because once I get a receipt, 99% of the time, either I already tell him to throw the receipt away, especially with something I know I'm not going to return. A bike, I probably would keep it just in case he doesn't like it or whatever. But majority of the time, my receipts is already thrown in a bag somewhere if I keep it, or usually I just walk away before they even give me the receipt.
Mm-hmm. It shows like how quickly people are prone to just wanting to call the police. Like there's no like middle ground with it. Like with Ryan Coogler, like there was no middle situation. There was no trying to understand what was going on before jumping to engaging police. Mm-hmm. And then in that situation, the employee believed that he was stealing. There was at no point did he ever approach him and have a conversation with him like, hey, like, you can't ride the bikes in the store.
That key part, like, hey.
That was the issue. That was his concern. Like, you're on a bike. Hey, you can't ride the bike in the store. Oh, okay, I'm just, X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Or, at no point do you don't have, like, secret shoppers and stuff that go around or, like.
I know back in the day.
Supposedly, like, the people who, like, do that. And I'm just like, there's no middle ground that you guys are exploring before you jump
to police.
And they have real shit they really should be doing.
Facts.
Like, and there's reasons why police can't respond to, like, calls for actual emergencies within a reasonable time because they're being called around for bullshit calls like that.
Correct. And I felt bad, but I just didn't understand, like, when it came to the police portion of it, the first thing that should have been out your mouth is, okay, you said you paid for it, where's your receipt?
It's the profiling piece, unfortunately. That's exactly, it's profiling. That's why when they came to Ryan Coogler's scenario, they immediately drew guns and didn't even ask any questions. Like, there was nothing about him that seemed intimidating, seemed aggressive.
Nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then again with the father buying the bike, there's nothing that warrants, like, there's no piece of them, like, genuinely wanting to get to the bottom of what's going on. Even the police that are responding. The people who are calling the police have no interest in actually investigating and verifying if it's necessary to call. And then when the police get there, they don't have any interest either. Correct.
And it don't make sense because if he was stealing, like, you would, but wouldn't you wait until he was, I don't know.
Like, stealing a bike is also pretty wild to me. Like, that's not something
and you
inconspicuous.
Can't just walk out of goddamn Walmart with it. Unless someone's legit not paying. Especially now because they have those little bars there. And some of them you can't even walk out that way. You have to walk out a particular way in a lot of Walmarts now.
And also on top of that, my understanding is it's not theft until they walk out of the building with it.
Yeah. So I don't know. But he legit was pulled out, put in handcuffs. And he was like, no, why are y'all trying to arrest me? And he's trying to talk to him. And they legit, like, push him into the back of the truck. It was like a whole...
That's so disheartening.
It was
and traumatic.
Oh, my goodness.
And that's the part that's very unfortunate. Like, with the arrests and stuff like this that happen, thankfully nothing more drastic happens with those type of interactions. Mm-hmm. But that's traumatizing. That is super traumatizing. And that's not spoken about enough.
And they put an extra charge on him for resisting arrest.
That's crazy. Mm-hmm. That's absolutely ridiculous.
So even if the other charges are dropped for whatever, he probably still will have that other one because he resisted arrest.
I'm going to need proximate cause to come into play here. What is the proximate cause of the situation? Yo dumbass calling the police.
That, and then the police not doing what they're supposed to do, which is ask questions.
So drop all this bullshit.
Correct. So if they get the right lawyer, then it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I felt bad, and I was like, dang. And then I was like, damn, the little boy ain't gonna see his daddy. Like, he's probably thinking, oh, my daddy's gonna give a bite. And then
also
where's my daddy?
Probably makes the kid feel guilty. You know, a lot of
so much
people,
can go to it. Yeah. That's a whole thing. These situations.
Yeah. Well, you know who I don't have sympathy for?
Who?
Jussie Smollett.
Oh, okay. I love his sister.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. She was kind of scary in the last movie she played that I saw. It was a Tyler Perry movie that she played in.
I don't know what you talking about.
She got conned into this rich guy. She ended up being drugged and stuff by him, beat by him. Lance Gross was her husband in the movie.
I love him too.
Marriage Counselor, maybe? It's not Marriage Counselor. I think that was the movie.
Oh, don't get me lying.
Nonetheless, she's got a very intense, strung out look. When she plays a strung out person,
she be yes, but she be playing it's very strong. Be twitching. Yeah, she be acting, baby.
I was very shocked. I was so taken back when I found out they were siblings. I'm like, it makes sense. They look alike.
They do.
But I had no idea she had siblings in the industry. I didn't know about him because I didn't. What was it? Power? Not Power. Mm-hmm. It was the other one with
Taraji P. Henson.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name right now.
I don't watch either of the shows, but
yes,
Empire.
Yes, I was just about to say it. Yes.
Yeah. I had no idea about him until all this happened, but he was found guilty. Mm-hmm. For the hate crime.
Which is crazy. I just don't even get it. What a point. I just still to this day don't understand the point of it. And if you're going to do it, you got to be smart.
10 toes down on what he said happened. He still professed his innocence.
Well, he should, because that's important.
I mean, yeah, because now he's filing an appeal.
Yeah, so you need to stick with it now, nigga.
But
if it's true or not, you better stick with it now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just don't get the point. If it was a hoax, what was the point?
I guess because, I mean, and a part of it I could see because he wants to bring more awareness of hate. Because at first, for people who thought it was legitimate, there really was real conversation that was being had around hate crimes against LGBTQI plus community.
Mm-hmm.
There was real conversation being had around it. Unfortunately, once everyone understood that this was not something that actually occurred, it took away from that entire conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was what his intention was, and to also in a way be a martyr for the cause, and to have infamy around him, obviously even though he didn't die, but in a way be a martyr for it, and to have infamy around him for having gone through that experience. Because again, he's an actor, and that would give and put him on a larger platform. So, but yep, he was found guilty, sentenced to 150 days. And after his sentence, he stood up and gave a speech where he says, "Judge, I respect you. I respect your decision, but I am innocent." He repeats that a couple times. And then he continues to say, "I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal."
So he's suicidal.
No matter what happens. But what I think
so if someone tried to kill him?
Yes. Or that was essentially what he was saying. If something goes in, something happens, I do not have any intentions on self-harm whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So
then they put him in a mental ward.
But he was put inside of a mental ward. But I was listening to another podcast where they said it probably was best for him to be where he was because it kept him away from Gen Pop. And even if they didn't put him in Gen Pop because of his notoriety, that it's very easily accessible to other prisoners and for correctional officers, even if they are more of a protected area, to just stroll in there when they're not supposed to.
Correct.
So putting him into a mental ward, I guess, I'm not sure if that's what it actually was, but it was more or less for those who are mentally unfit to be, was safest for him.
Correct.
But
girl, you know what's going on, Jay.
They got him out
from A to L, M, and O, P.
So they were able to get him out pending his appeal, which I think that is very interesting. When you're found, I guess because of the nature of it, he was allowed to be out on appeal. I always do think it's interesting if you are let out on an appeal, you were essentially found guilty.
I think it depends on the crime.
Right, obviously. Yeah.
So no one was physically injured or harmed or dead or anything. So
yeah.
I think they're okay with that. Or if it's, they don't let you be out on drug appeals. So I don't think they allow you to do that. Maybe
The
I don't know.
Walmart
Maybe.
thing is still just so crazy to me. Like, it's still crazy that he had people who agreed to go along with it. It's still crazy to me that he still believes this narrative in his mind that this is truly what happened. He didn't fabricate any of it.
Was there proof that it didn't happen?
Homies flipped on him. The people who we had.
Girl.
It was 2 a.m. in Chicago.
Uh-huh.
I had look.
But I'm just.
Someone said his sandwich was completely intact afterwards. His Subway sandwich he got.
It could have fell on the
Nothing
floor.
happened to the Subway sandwich
it was
whatsoever.
on the floor.
The bag won't torn.
On the floor.
He said there was a liquid that was doused on him that he could not identify and didn't know what it was. It was bleach. Bleach has a very unique and distinguished smell. Mm-hmm. And then even when he was in the emergency room, he still had the rope around his neck and took a picture of it while in the like. A lot of it just don't make sense, but we all know how you are, Velvet. So you're gonna play the devil's advocate at all times.
I'm just saying there is technically, in the court system X, Y, and Z, you're supposed to have proof that X, Y, and Z did or did not occur, not assumptions or beliefs. Like in insurance, we can go, well, that car damage is a little off, and it don't seem like it. But in this, because it's someone's livelihood, it's supposed to be.
But what benefit did the people who were in him that like were in
money, bitch? What you mean?
What money? What money?
Someone could have gave them money. Anything. If someone was against LBGTIQ, LMNOP, they could have.
That is her, and you on the alphabet bus with Dave Chappelle. You can keep that shit over there.
I be forget because it's like several after that, and I'm like, fuck, I don't remember what it is. LGBTIQ.
LGBTQI plus.
But I thought it was something else after I without the plus. I thought it was like some other things and then a plus. I don't know either. So LGBTQI plus. I always want to say IQ. Maybe it's because there's. What is IQ?
IQ is a test.
But it's something else. Test. But yeah, but I thought you were gonna say something else. You were like, it's a, and I thought there was more gonna come with it.
Girl.
But yes, so it could have been someone that hated them for real.
Hella people knew from the get-go this shit was not real.
It doesn't sound real, but in the court system, it's supposed to be proven.
Okay, so how many innocent people are locked
up?
A
billion.
Really? Okay, so you're not even proving a point. They lock people up on the daily.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm saying, how can they say that he should or not be? I was just going based off whatever.
There was enough circumstantial stuff. They jail people for no evidence.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely.
So, but yeah, that was Mr. Justice Smollett and his situation. So we'll see what's going on with the appeal. There's been no determined date or anything of that nature. So we'll see how it goes. He is intentionally creating a lot of conversation around it as well. Because, you know, when he was handed his sentence, he said he stood up. I'm innocent. I'm not suicidal. I'm not suicidal. When he was released from jail, he had like 6, 7 like military style men come and escort him into a vehicle. And like people were like holding his shoulders as they were walking. As if like he was in like this grave amount of like danger. But so you've been walking free on the streets ever since this happened.
Maybe he had bodyguards then.
Child, no.
You just didn't know.
Sure.
Service.
I'll let you run with that theory. We can agree to disagree there.
Well, I have no
idea.
Ain't
no Secret Service.
Not real secret. Like a PI or someone watching. You know that we have.
That would have been documented. That would have definitely been documented.
Possibly.
You always.
I'm just saying. I'm always the devil advocate on this side. I'm just gonna go with the facts, which are there are none.
Oh, and that the guys who were involved, they were found to have purchased, like they found videotape of the guys purchasing the stuff, and not these white men who, the guys who flipped on him, the 2 guys that flipped and said that this was fake, they were caught purchasing the items that were used against them and like attacking them.
Interesting.
But it's crazy because where they decided to do it all, the video camera wasn't working. So like none of it got caught on camera. The camera wasn't working.
That makes sense.
Everyone talked about how pissed he probably was to realize they did all that and didn't even get recorded.
I don't even remember what the story was in general. Was it white people that were supposed to do it or something?
Yeah, with like red hats on and like pour bleach on him.
Hats.
Yep, pour bleach on him and put a noose around his neck.
Yeah, if it was really those people, they would have fucked him up. But
Who is walking around at 2 a.m. in Chicago doing that? In New York, I might give it to you because New York is running wild right now.
But Chicago is also crazy. What the fuck you mean?
New York is what's running wild.
But that
New York is the one pushing bitches in front of subways.
Yes, New York is absolutely on a different level, but there are type crazy people as well.
It's not giving what it's supposed to have given from him.
Yeah, he probably should have planned it better if it's a lie. He probably should have planned it better. And if you were going to do that, you should have really got white people to do it. Yeah. That would have made more sense. Like, if they would have bought the items and then gave it to the white people.
Dumbasses all the way around.
It is. You got to plan better. If you need a planner, holla at you, girl. I got you.
That's dangerous.
But it's coming at several $1,000s. I'm not talking about planning this, but I'm saying I like to plan things. I at least think about everything all around. Like, all right, LMNOP, XYZ. Nope, A might come in. That don't work. Well, and I don't even know what to say, but I'm quite sure he's definitely safer in the mental location. Because I don't know if he's at a hospital or a mental
currently
ward.
He's out. He's been released.
Oh, so he'll be going to whatever after his appeal is denied or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to end up doing because apparently he wasn't intended to go to a mental ward initially. But it could have been his statements that he made at the trial.
Yeah, because he said, I'm not. I swear. Becky, I swear.
I promise you. Oh, my mama.
I'm not. But in the back of your head is like, bitch, I am. So that's probably what they thought. And maybe he really just was saying, like, if something happens, it was not me.
Which it could have been. Like, even in the court, it seemed very performative. Like, the way he was talking, it was very performative.
Or it's just the way our mind thinks because we believe the initial act was fake, that everything else that he does since then is just fake, and it could truly be.
Yeah, performative.
That's what you. No, I said that's what you feel. That does not mean that's what he truly feels. He could just be like that.
Very dramatic, yeah.
Or it could be like when people say that I don't have emotions. Because of how I am. It's just that is how I speak out in front of people.
Yeah, that could be exactly who he is, but it was very performative. Yeah. Like, it was very much for the media and the people to hear.
And then he went back and cried.
God, I don't know if he cried.
He was like, oh, I got them suckers.
Right. Got him right where I want him.
Yeah, I'm going to the mental ward. Go have me some friends. No. Well, hopefully, if there is something mentally truly going on with him, that whatever that is gets worked out. Because that's a lot. To plan a whole thing, that's crazy. Like, sir. And I feel like that makes it worse, not better, for your community. Because now they're going to think everything is fake. So I don't know. But that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So moving on, I wanted to do an update. We had talked about Naomi Osaka during this wasn't the Olympics, was it? That she decided to bow out. I think it may have been the Olympics that she had bowed out due to her mental health and wanting to make sure that was prioritized over the game. Well, she was participating in the Indian Wells tourney, and
where's that at?
I have no idea. I just know that was the.
My bad. Continue. So there were hecklers in the crowd.
Yes. While she was playing, they were saying, like, you suck. Just doing a lot of, like, negative speak. Just, like, unfortunately, a lot of people do in sports. After the game was done, she did lose. She went to the podium to speak, and she actually called out the hecklers. and said like how like it wasn't right and it wasn't okay what they were saying they were doing, and how it impacted her even more because the entire time this was happening, there's a video of Venus and Serena also being heckled in the same way at this same tournament. And she says that, if you haven't seen that video, you need to watch it because it's very impactful. And, it's just something to think about. Now, the person who's doing like all of the announcing for it was like, a one voice out of 1,000 isn't going to weigh out, anything. We love you. We love you. But I do think there is something real to be said about people who do that in crowds. Like, I find it very, I don't know. I find it very distasteful for people who you go and you pay to watch people perform, essentially.
Correct.
And you're rude and disrespectful throughout the entire process. You see that a lot at basketball games. Like, a lot. And it's more prevalent there because they're so much closer to the game than a lot of other sports. And then, with the tennis, they're really just sitting in balconies just above where they are. So I think that there really needs to be an assessment of how people allow fans and spectators to conduct themselves.
I absolutely agree. Because that still messes with somebody's mental. Even if you don't believe it of yourself. Like, and also you probably just say, hey there, bitch, I'm on here playing you in the motherfucking stands. So how the fuck you gonna say that I suck? Bitch, you can't even do what I do.
Right.
I'm sorry she lost though. That sucks.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I can say that I've definitely been to like games, and I definitely say boo. I don't think I would say out loud like you suck, like to really mean it. I probably said it when they missed the damn ball, and that could have been our motherfucking game to go to the NFL. I'm quite sure. I definitely said it in my house. I'm like, damn, you suck. What the fuck? We could have had the game, but I don't know how they said it, so I have no idea. But
so these heckles are usually like against a team. Like what you're kind of saying is like you're like rooting for your team.
Yeah, and
and like you're talking, but in this situation, they're literally talking against someone who they're not rooting for. So I feel like that's very different energy too. Like for someone who is not for and not in support of you there, like purposely trying to throw you off your game, where you're just like, damn, you fucked up. That's like, I just feel like that's different energy. Like they're aware, like, yeah, I fucked up. I gotta do better. Yeah, we gonna make it work. Versus like, no matter what like level you're playing at, someone is intentionally trying to make you do worse.
Well, I think that's how they do in sports. Well, I don't know about tennis, but like even like when I used to play sports, they would like the players would talk trash to each other though. So I guess that also is somewhat different because you're actually on the field playing with them. And you're like, oh, you ain't gonna make that shot. You suck.
Yeah, I feel like that's different as well. Like you're not up here with me. Like you're someone who
sitting in the goddamn stands, don't know what y'all doing.
You can't do.
And
this.
You out here, bitch. You paid my ticket. I mean, you paid for my salary. You out here,
right? Pretty much.
So, well, I feel that sucks.
I don't think know. It's just not respectful of like the art, the sport, the work that they put into it. That's all. Like so you see it a lot of times in basketball. A lot of times, them basketball players do not give a fuck about what someone got to say. They will talk. Kevin Durant is one of the main ones. Shut the fuck up. I've seen multiple clips and be like, yo, shut the fuck up. I'm like,
Facts. I would say the same goddamn thing. But I'm probably one of the ones to be, like I said, I talk shit. But yeah, I don't think I do it in the way, I didn't hear what they said, so I don't know. But it sounds like, they obviously were probably doing rude. I just say, like, if you suck and you're on my team and you should be doing better so we could go to the damn championship, then I'd be mad. Like, bitch, we supposed to go to the championship this year. Why'd you catch that motherfucking ball? You could have did that. Why are you doing that?
Pick better teams.
But I'm not one of those flippy floppity flops people. So I've been on my teams forever since I was young.
That's tragic.
It is. And they be like right there at the cusp and they say, oh, we don't want that shit no more.
People be so loyal to their teams, and their teams be going to whole different cities and states, and y'all be loyal right along with them, going along with them.
The team or players?
The team.
What? I'm sorry. I misunderstood. What?
It's just odd, like the solidarity that people like will have with teams. Sometimes it's either like where the team's based in or what have you. And whole teams will completely move and go to a different state.
Mine's always be where it's at.
They ain't got no damn choice.
Not at all. They will always be there, and I will always cheer them on, even though they piss me off 99% of the time. So yeah, but hopefully she's okay, and hopefully that doesn't get to her, and hopefully she takes some days off for some mental.
Yeah.
I'm crazy, so I definitely would have said something way back. But I think you get fined. I don't know if you get fined or not for yelling back at them.
And that's the crazy part too. I mean, you deal with that dynamic with like people who have notoriety in general. Mm-hmm. They're held to a completely different standard than like these people who are everyday people. I feel
like if there were hecklers that were truly interfering with a game, like you could hear them over everybody else, X, Y, Z, then you'd be removed, and then you can't come back. Like I feel like
I think there should be repercussions.
Mm-hmm. So maybe like you give a warning because you know they like to give warnings. So all right, you get one warning, but if the security whoever is walking up down the aisles or whatever it may be has to come back over to your area, you are removed from the location and your ticket is taken. Mm-hmm. You don't get to come to any of the other games because of what you're doing. So that should absolutely be it, because a lot of the people in sports, the players, they get fined when they do crazy stuff or like throw balls or whatever. They get fined for that. So it should be the same thing. Like that should be your fine, your ticket. You pay $18,000 to come to this whatever tournament for tennis, and your fine is that $18,000 ticket.
Like I get the whole entire freedom of speech stuff, all that other crap, but it's kind of like I'm not here to be a spectacle for you. Like I'm not here to be performative for you. Like they're a human as well. Like I just feel like that people have so many different mixed thoughts about whether or not like the heckling should not be allowed, or you're being a little bitch if like you just can't handle it, suck it up and move forward. I'm like, but they're real people. Like
they have to deal with stuff daily too.
Yeah. Just think about the pressures of being in the middle. That in itself is a pressure there. Yeah. Being in the middle of thousands of people and eyes are on you. And then add that to people who are like preying on your downfall.
Exactly. Could you imagine being at work at your current job and then someone standing, about 15 feet from behind you saying, "Oh, you suck. You suck. You can't do that. Stop typing. You can't type fast enough.
You fucked that up.
What you doing? No, that's not a good statement. What is that?" Right. Hell no. I'm like, bitch, if you don't get the fuck from behind me, bitch. Hell yeah. I don't think I could be in sports because I'd probably yell at somebody and some stuff.
Right. Absolutely not.
So I commend her on her poise and control. Because I don't know, one of them damn tennis rackets, but it might have possibly gone flown. Like, oh my God, my hands are slippery. Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's damn, gone. That's crazy. My bad. I bet you shut up now, you with your busted lip.
I mean, going from one type of pressure that is put on by being in the spotlight, that has impacted her mentally, it seems like, and she's, trying to sort that out. It also manifests in other ways. Some people essentially get like body dysmorphia from being in the spotlight. It was recently, I told you I was going to bring a call back. Bella Hadid, it was disclosed that at the age of 14, she had a nose job.
Interesting.
Bella Hadid is the sister of, as you mentioned, supermodel Gigi Hadid. Bella is now a supermodel as well, but Gigi is older than her, but there is very differing looks between the two of them. They, between looks, hair, eyes, stature, very different between one another. And if you look at Bella's pictures from when she's younger to now, her nose is very different. However, one thing that's very notable, I'm trying to remember what, because I'm not sure if Bella and Gigi have the same father, but I know Bella's father is, I want to say, Middle Eastern country.
They have the same daddy.
They
mama.
do? So, but Bella, her nose was very much rooted in, like, was characteristic of wherever her father's from. Okay. Whereas Gigi has a lot of European-centric features. And so the pressures were to have Bella change her nose in order to more conform with what a conventional look was. Because Bella literally had a copy and paste of her dad's nose. which was more kind of like sloped. It was wider coming down, whereas now it's much skinnier and pointier now.
And I don't like it.
At the age of 14.
That's crazy.
That means one, if not both of her parents okayed for her to have plastic surgery.
Correct. And she only 25.
And her mother is a supermodel as well.
I don't know her mama.
Yep, that's how they have the opportunities that they have. Their mother was a famous supermodel.
They're literally right after each other. One's 25 and one's 26.
Oh, wow. Yeah, to look at them, they don't, to have the same parents, they don't really look alike. To me, at least. Like, they have very different features. It's like Gigi took after her mom, and Bella took after her dad.
But I don't think either of them are, like, ugly or anything.
Yeah.
I'm looking at pictures trying to see, because I know what Gigi is only because I've seen her, like, on something, and I've seen Bella before, too, but I must say that her nose definitely is more pointier, it looks like. But I don't know, in another photo, it looks like her nose is wider. I don't know, maybe it's just the angle.
Must be. Yeah, because she had an interview where she said that she got it done.
She had another one done, maybe. Because it looks like she's adult here.
Well, she also does, because they've put different type of procedures on her, said that she has other ones. But she says she does, like, the face tape and stuff like that to contort her body in other ways, but hasn't had any other procedures done besides her nose.
That's sad. And I'm quite sure she continues to do those things because of what she did when she was younger. So it's something that she feels like she has to possibly have to continue to do.
But here's the key. Apparently that's a common thing to do in the industry. The taping and everything. Like, a lot of the people who we see, like, on these red carpets and these movies and these shows, on these catwalks, that's not what their natural face looks like. There's still ways without getting, cosmetic surgery done to distort your face. Yeah. Like, you see a lot of people, and you see it most notably in Asian countries, where tape on the nose, they do tape around the eyes, and literally once they're done, contacts, once they take everything off their face, they're completely different human beings. Like, they are unrecognizable to what they were prior to taking everything off.
They definitely look different. Well, this one they look kind of like similar-ish. But yeah, they are.
It's just very sad that at that age she felt that type of pressure. And
I'm quite sure she didn't. Well, I guess. But I'm quite sure someone told her to do it. Man, I don't know. That's crazy. All over. Yeah.
Like I said, it's just very sad. At 14 years old, and her parents agreed to let her do so. You're constantly changing. Constantly changing. And you're going to have a lot of kids, no matter what they look like, have very negative self-images of themselves around that time. It's just what it is. It's the hormones. It's comparing yourself against other people. It's going through puberty. So how you feel now may not be how you are in a few years. Yeah. Once you have completely fully developed, that's a decision that you probably should be waiting off until much later. Just like I was listening to someone talking about women who are having like plastic surgery, like BBLs. Like, they'll do it right after turning 18, 19. And a lot of times, the woman's body still isn't fully developed. You mad because you ain't got cheeks. Give it a couple of years, you might have some. But you haven't even allowed your body to do so. Yeah.
You still may not, but yeah.
Right. Right.
But wait, the key part is patience, which a lot of people don't have.
Right. So it's just very unfortunate to see how the pressures of society weigh on. Yeah, her nose is very different.
Yeah. I have to say I like the other nose better.
But then again, it all depends upon what type of features they're drawn to too.
True. I don't know. I feel like it just looks, her new nose, it just looks interesting on her face, like up here in this part. What's it called? The bridge.
Yeah.
Am I making stuff
bridge
up?
Of the nose.
Oh, look at me. I was like, am I making that up? Like, it looks interesting in the pictures, like, of it. And the other one, I feel, just looks more natural for her face. But I don't know. But if she's happy, that's all that matters. I don't know if she is happy, but
At some point, I think it would be, and I also wonder what that conversation was like with her mom, because they're all very close. Like, she's very close. Like, from what I have seen, because her mother used to be on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, so that's how I know about them. And they appeared very close with their mom and very close with their dad. So I wonder, her doing this interview, how that went over with her parents, what that conversation was like, because that's really, because one, a lot of times people do not cop to plastic surgery, they just don't. And then for her to cop to it being so young, which means she had to get parental permission, so that's not going to reflect positively on her parents at all.
Well, some people say, well, if she had dreams and that would help her dreams out, then that was their decision. I don't know. I definitely feel like if a child wants to make any type of body, even gender changes, any of that, I feel like when they have reached the age that they are able to make that choice on their own is when that should occur. I do not believe, like, if they're physically trying to change themselves, like have surgery or any of that for anything, I feel like that should be something when they are of the correct age and can make their own decision. I think that goes again along with even the gender change. Like, if you want to take certain pills, I feel like that's maybe a possibility. But physical surgery, I feel like that's a no. Like, if you're like, hey, I feel like I am a woman, or hey, I feel like I'm a man and I'm in the wrong body, I feel like the X, Y, and Z, whatever it is, okay, we can talk about that, figure out why you feel that way, X, Y, and Z. Make sure you're actually thinking it through, and it's not just as what people like to say, quote, a fad, or everybody in the school,
or a choice.
Exactly. Make sure it's something you truly want to do, because as a child, your mind changes. Bitch, as an adult, my mind changes. Bitch, I'm like, yeah, that looked good. And tomorrow I'm like, oh, that shit was terrible. Why did I wear that outfit? So it's something that goes through your mind even as an adult. So I feel like as a child, have you really truly thought through all of these things, any type of surgery that you have? And then I feel like once you reach the age that you can make that decision is when that decision should be made.
I agree. That.
But everybody's different, and I can only parent mine. Can't parent nobody else's. But hopefully she's okay. I feel like as long as she's okay, then I guess that's what matters. To be honest.
Well, it sounds like, hopefully at some point, obviously she's made changes to her body. She doesn't seem very happy with she doesn't seem happy with that decision currently. She wishes that she would have kept her nose. Specifically, I think she had said, I have the article. I don't want to misquote her. Let me pull it up. Nope, that's not what I'm going to do. There we go. Okay, here we go. Okay. So she was talking about how she always felt like she was living in the shadow of her older sister, Gigi. I was the uglier sister. I was the brunette. I wasn't as cool as her, not as outgoing. That's really what people said around me. And unfortunately, when you get told so many things so many times, you just believe it. I always ask myself, how did a girl with incredible insecurities, anxiety, depression, body issues, eating disorders, who hates to be touched, and who has intense social anxiety, how are they getting into the business? But over the years, I became a good actress. That is something very telling as well. One, is this something that she wanted to get into? Was this forced upon her by her parents? Because everything that she just, we are aware that a lot of people who are in the spotlight deal with these same things. Comedians with depression, actors with social anxiety. So, it's not uncommon, but it's just, something that's interesting. But I'm looking to see, because she said specifically that I wish I had capped the nose of my ancestors. Like I said, because she definitely she had her father's nose, where Gigi, again, her mother, Gigi favors her mom through and through. So again, it's just very unfortunate to see that be the thing. And hopefully people deep dive more into how that impacts them mentally, physically, emotionally
throughout their life. Because not so much going to change. So yeah, that's sad. Well, I guess on to other things is on to ugly people. I mean,
Ugh.
Exactly. Mr. Black Kodak Black says if you are a female, and you want him to work with you, you supposed to give him the cake. You're supposed to give him the stuff. You're supposed to give him the warm of the goody goody gushy gushy. And that's nasty as fuck.
Yeah.
I don't even know what else to say
if
besides
you his artist, you got to feature. You got to give him the cakes.
It's sad. So on so many, there's so many different like things of that whole statement. Like one, why that's nasty. You that.
I feel like it is one of those situations where once again they come from somewhere that they did not have access to the woman that they have now. That they didn't have the status that they have now. They would never have access to the women that they have.
Absolutely not.
And so it has absolutely gone to their head. You see this time and time again with rappers, with athletes, with people in the industry as a whole, actors. Unfortunately, most notably is the first couple ones that I mentioned. But it's because in those situations where they come from and their access to like influence, they didn't have it. And a lot of these people, y'all ugly as hell. Would not give you a second look, but money would change some shit for you. And because you never had those opportunities before, you use it to exploit people now, and that's exactly what that is.
I like money, okay? I like money. That's a hell no.
Like absolutely
not. I don't give a fuck. He is fucking fugly.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of another word that's worse than that. It's not
even that for me. It's the I can't understand a damn thing you say for me.
It's that, but it's also what I just said.
Yeah.
And it's also that you were disrespectful as fuck. Some people that are ugly still can get bad bitches, but it's when they come correct. You ain't coming correct on any level. The only level you coming correct on is in your pocket. But are you even making money like that to be even talking like that?
And it's crazy because he said it and stood 10 toes down on it. Like even because it was on the Breakfast Club that this happened.
Yes.
And he just stood on that
Charlamagne
shit.
was like, but is that even right?
Like, can you be saying that? I don't think Kodak you want to say that.
That definitely sounds like you somewhat kind of are the R word to people. Like, I feel like it's a...
You are Harvey Weinstein.
Yes.
You are, in order to get somewhere, you have to exchange sexual favors. Somebody needs to call that shit out. That is literally what that man got in trouble for. Except, I guess, because you're saying it out loud and because they have to oblige to be able to be a part of it. That's the only way you can get around that because it would still have to be a consenting adult. But like that, you can't leverage sexual relationships with employment and opportunity. That's illegal.
That's called sexual harassment.
He is literally Boosie Jr. in my eyes. Like,
but that's sexual. It's literally an employer and employee. That's sexual harassment, right there.
Yeah,
that's nasty on all levels, and I don't understand why he thought that was okay to just in general to say, to do, to any of it. Like you just, I don't get it. I don't, and he really seems like, oh, that's okay, which means that he also is around other people that think that that's okay. And also, if you are on a song with someone, now I feel like that if you are a female, a lot of people are going to look at you different because of what he said. So did you have sex with him?
Right, absolutely. And that there was something that had came up with Lotto in terms of, I'm trying to pull up her stuff now. She had an interview where she said, so she's about to put out an album. It's about to drop. And she had said that there was an artist that quote unquote try to drop their nuts on her, essentially was not trying to clear the feature because he tried to slide up in her DMs and she refused to respond. And so they got upset and were not going to clear the feature. And since this happened, it's speculation that it's him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pulling up the track list now, and they definitely mentioned it was a male. And a lot of them definitely said it was a male. I'm trying to pull. Okay, so her track list consists of her features are 21 Savage. Well, that's just allegedly her man, so that ain't it.
And I wonder how he feel about it.
Right. Exactly. And then there's Lil Wayne, and let's just talk about the fact that she got a feature from fucking Childish Gambino.
I'm gonna have to listen to that one.
And that's got Wayne and Childish Gambino on the same fucking track.
Ooh, that shit about to be fire. When that drop?
It's called Sunshine.
Oh, we gotta listen to that one.
Yeah.
Because we haven't done a music one in a while.
He hasn't. It's been over 2 years.
I'm talking about the potty. We haven't done.
Oh, yeah.
Because we used to have like a whole music thing.
Yeah. Ain't nobody been putting nothing out that's really, well, you know what? Nah, not for real. But we need to definitely.
Yeah. Even if we don't like it, we still could talk about it.
Lil Durk, and he's completely with the whole woman engaged, and they happy and in love.
Never know anything.
It's not going to be Durk.
I don't think so either, but I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. And then Nardo Wick, I have no idea who that is, but he's not known, obviously, because I have no idea who he is. So it's very unlikely that's who it is. And the only other feature that's a male is Kodak Black.
Well, he's nasty ass, and she don't want to fuck him because nigga.
And he posted saying it wasn't him, but who else could it be, Kodak? That don't make no sense. That makes 0 sense. And you know Lotto's gonna let you have it. Lotto gonna let people know.
You better leave that alone.
Yeah, let it go, son. Let it go.
But that's so nasty. Like, you using whatever your gifts are, because I don't think he got any. He may be good on beats. I don't know what he got, but his music is trash. I don't even know one goddamn song.
Yeah, no.
I cannot even name a song or hum it or even think of one. Maybe if someone said, oh, this is his song, I'm like, oh, okay, I think I know. I can't even think of nothing off the top of my head. He is disgusting, and what he's doing is wrong, and I hope the women stop working with his ass. All of them. Every single last one of them. Every single last one. All of them stop working with his ass.
Mm-hmm.
And then he can't use it. All you're going to do is songs with men. Go ahead, enjoy that. Nobody want to listen to your shit anyway.
Yeah, there needs to be some type of change in the entire industry, because there's still a whole bunch of shit going around about Trey Songz, and still ain't nothing happening with that. Keke Palmer been saying that he's pretty much very predatory in the industry, and you have all these people now accusing him of either sexual harassment, rape, which obviously people do falsely accuse people quite often, but there have been a lot of warnings that have been put out against for him, and no one's blinking a second eye, because he has notoriety. And I think one thing that's very scary is that, especially when a man is desired by women and is found attractive, they tend not to believe that. One, because they think he's attractive, he don't need to do all that, which is not the case, because a lot of the serial killers of their time were found to be very attractive men for their time. So your appearances have nothing to do with your predatory behavior.
Correct.
But yeah, there really needs to be something that's zoned in and looked at the predatory behavior that men have. Yes. Absolutely.
They ain't found the right one yet.
Nah.
Because let a motherfucker.
Nah. Yeah.
Cut that mofo. Y'all, well, I can't condone violence. I take that back.
Yeah. We do not condone violence on this here podcast.
Yeah. So that's why I take it back. Just kidding. But you know what I say, Mama say, Mama saka suka. You heard me. Oh my goodness. Well, I pray for all of them, and I'm glad that Lotto spoke up, and hopefully something will happen. That's really it. Unfortunately,
ain't nothing about to happen, because Boosie still do Boosie, and ain't nothing happen with him.
What he do?
Boosie is literally just the most toxic.
Well, he say stuff, but I'm saying that he physically do stuff. I don't know what he did.
He had his underage son get head.
Well, by who?
He hired somebody to give his son head.
Is that illegal?
It is. That's rape.
But was she older?
Yes, she was of age.
Oh, okay.
The son was underage, and he hired someone to suck his dick.
Okay.
And then recently, with his kid who just turned, I'm not sure if he's legal age or not. If he is just legal, critiquing women's pussies on the internet on Instagram Live.
Like there's a person with a pussy and they critique it, or like is it? I don't listen.
That's it. That's the only context I have. It's just in general, the father and the son. I'm not sure if there was a woman who had their pussy on live,
or if it was,
or if they were looking at something and talking about it on the live. Mm-hmm. And then the fact that he is consistently attacking LGBTQI plus community.
You almost fucked up.
No, I had to make sure. I got it.
Yeah, it's fucked up. You was like LGBTQI
plus, but I got it.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. So, and he's consistently attacking that community without provocation. They don't do anything to bother him, but he's consistently attacking and going after them. He's a very problematic person, but he still has a very.
They have some under of the covers.
Look, I ain't accusing none of that. Honestly, he's very problematic, and there's nothing. And it's also because his followers are usually, if you're gonna support Boosie, you got some problematic issues with yourself too. Which is why he's not, like, there's nothing that's going on with him with all these truths that are known about him. Because the people who support him don't see issues with what he's got going on. And you can't cancel someone if you're not an actual patron of theirs. If his core fan base is okay with what he's doing, you can't cancel him.
And I have no idea. I don't pay any mind to him. So literally whenever you talk about him is when I hear it. Or I don't think I follow anything of his at all.
Yeah, but away from all that, just let it go into the atmosphere. Let it go. Let's get into
the atmosphere.
Let's get into this topic here. Let's get into this.
We got a topic too.
We got a topic today.
What's it about?
I want to talk about what we doing after we being grown. After we get our sexes on.
You sleep.
Something needs to occur after the sex before sleep. There needs to be, what is the aftercare of sex?
Sleep.
So just pull out, go to sleep.
Depending upon it, are you in a relationship or are you?
It's just in general, like condom sex, no condom sex. What is the after of sex? So, like, for example, for me. So if it's condom sex, I still need to get some type of rag to wipe myself up, clean myself up, and then I need to pee after every time I have sex. Question is, who's getting the rag? I'm getting the rag, they getting the rag. If it's no condom sex, if they just pulling out and coming, who's getting the rag? I get the rag, you get the rag. Share a rag, different rags. Some people shower after sex every single time. Some people feel as if bedding needs to be changed after every time having sex. What is the routine after having sex for you?
Sleep.
Velvet just says, I'm rolling over.
No. After doing the nasty, if it is with condom, then he's taking the condom off. It's on his dick. What the fuck am I taking it off? Yeah, he's taking the condom off. I 99 unless I'm like way gone, like wasted. I go to the bathroom and I release in the toiletries.
Apparently that is actually what you're supposed to do, like health wise. If you are not doing the bathroom, like it helps like clean your body off of any bacteria that may be there. Like it's for your health that you really should be going to the bathroom every time after having sex.
Do I take a shower? Negative. Bitch, I'm tired after that. Yeah, the shower is not occurring unless it was super
nasty.
Woo, baby. Then there's a shower. And then probably we're fucking in the shower. But yes, unless it's super, it ain't a shower. I am absolutely going to the bathroom, using the bathroom. Yes, that is the number one thing. And then I go lay the fuck down and I go to sleep. That is my thing. Yes.
Okay.
For rag situation, so if there is no condom and it is on my body, since you came on my body, nigga, you go get the rag. What the fuck I'm gonna get up for? I'm laying there till you get the rag and you wipe me off.
Right.
That's a fact though. I don't wipe myself off. I lay there and you wipe me off. You did it. You clean it up.
Gotcha.
That's yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
All facts.
Okay.
I will lay right there until you finish. And I'm like, you got it all? And you say, yeah. And I'm like, all right. And then I get up and go to the bathroom and do what I just said. And then I take my ass back. If the bed is nasty, then yes, that needs to be changed. Like if it was a nasty go of the goes, that needs to be changed. But if it ain't all sweaty and liquids are everywhere, I'm going to fuck to sleep. But if it is, it got to go because I can't lay in that. That's nasty for me. It's too much for my body. I can't handle it.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't do that. Because if I roll over, it's on my body, it's over. It's a whole dead. It's dead. I'm like, sir, you need to get this and get to cleaning. I can't. Yeah.
Speaking of no condom sex, is there like a preference of where you like to be come on?
So this is with a partner, right? Those are different answers.
I mean, it's your prerogative what you do. I would assume no condom sex would be with someone.
Usually, but I'm just saying, I just didn't know if you, okay. So with an individual that I'm in a relationship with, I don't think I have a preference as long as it's not my hair.
Okay.
If it touches my hair, we have a problem.
Okay, cool.
Or my eye. It better not be in my eye. Not my eye.
I know someone who said that someone came into work with cum in their wig.
That's a no. No. It's a no for me.
Woo!
Negative. Absolutely not. Yeah, no. It better not be my eye or my hair. Any other place. I can't think like your body. Cool. For my face, we are in a whole different type of ship. Like it's not just like, oh, you're my boyfriend, we've been dating for a little bit. Nah. We're on a different level for that. So I think maybe there's levels. Okay, so yes, thinking about it, there's levels. You're not in my mouth. It's a no. We in a ships if that's occurring. Like again, not just you're my boyfriend. We've been dating for a little bit. No, it's a no. So I guess anything from the neck up, we are in a devoted relationship. Anything below is whatever. Except for the hoo-ha, because you ain't coming in that. That's a no for me.
Yeah, no.
Because no babies coming out of this kuchikana.
Facts.
Yeah. So other than that, yeah, whatever. Just like I'm gonna come on your face, but
I don't like the face that you just gave me.
What? I'm gonna say it's different though.
The face that you just gave me was so like diabolical.
Was it? Dang, I wish we recorded it so I could see. I didn't even know.
It was like Cheshire Cat, like
really?
Diabolical.
Really? I didn't even know I did that, but yeah, that's different though. So, yeah. But with the rag situation, I think usually I have one available already anyway, so it's not like they have to go out and get it. It's in my room, so you just have to go and grab it, get some water, and wipe me off.
Singular rag, different rag?
You wipe me off first. After that, it's up to you. But I usually have 2 rags, so if you're too lazy to grab both rags, that's your fault. But there are usually 2 rags and a towel.
Facts.
Yeah. But you wipe me off first. And then after that, that's up to you. So if you want my cum on you, your cum on you, you're going to wipe that up? I don't know. That's up to you.
Yeah.
But I ain't doing it.
Yeah, no.
What's point me wiping you? You did all the mess. You made the mess.
You clean it out.
You cleaned it out. Whether you slurp it out or whether...
Velvet, what?
I will talk about his mess. Slurp his own mess is nasty. I was talking about other shit.
Okay, I was about to say, I need you clarification. It definitely sounds like you was talking about him slurping his own shit up.
No, that's nasty. Hold on, we have a whole...
Pause. Run it back.
Yeah, no. I'm like, excuse me, sir, what are you doing? Yeah, I actually got my stomach hurt. You gotta go.
Yeah.
So something is wrong.
I gotta take a shit right now. You gotta
Facts. Go. And I don't like to take shits when people are here.
I gotta take a shit right now. I don't care if it's 2:00 in the morning. You gotta go.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you gotta go.
But I have to take a shit.
Facts. All the shit.
Get out.
Say all the shits every sentence. Shit. Ew. Now you made me. Yeah, no, I did not mean slurp up his own thing. And I'm very intrigued if people have ever done that. Now, do they slurp up their own stuff? But I guess technically, a woman will lick her own stuff after he's put it in her, and then he's like, "What's up, my thing?" And then you go suck it.
You're after he eats her out and he comes up and kisses you.
Yeah, but I think but that's not full.
Yeah, but it's not intentional, like getting in there and getting your stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I just had to think about that. Your face is of disgust.
Cause
It's a no.
It's a no for me.
Yeah. So if a man came on you and then he bent down and started licking his own stomach, and then came up and gave you a kiss,
get out. First of all, get out. You on some other shit. Get the fuck out.
He said, "I thought you liked freaky baby."
Get out.
And he gave you a kiss right in the mouth.
Absolutely not. He wouldn't have the opportunity to get up to my face.
Mm-hmm. Maybe you thought he was doing like some cute stuff afterwards, like licking your cheeks. And
I can tell what a cum is at. I can feel it on my body.
And then he licked it and said, "Nom, nom, nom,"
nope.
and gave you a kiss.
No, I'm telling you, I know where it's at. So if his mouth was anywhere near there, I would know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You are being intercepted midway. Whoa there. Hold on, buddy. Whoa there.
I'm weak.
You get hit with the buddy. Whoa, buddy.
So what is your routine? I know you gave a little bit of it. So is you getting up, getting it, the rag? He getting it?
Nope, they're getting it because I'm not doing the slip and slide shit where I get up and all the shit starts running down my body. I'm not playing
and all over the
run after it. I'm not introducing more parts of my body to come that don't need to be. So he's got to get the rag.
Mm-hmm.
I need my nice warm rag.
Mm-hmm.
I like to wipe myself off.
Oh, that's nice.
Because I don't like having any feeling of the residue afterwards, like at all.
That's why you tell him what to wipe.
Nah, I like when I wipe very firmly.
Mm-hmm,
like I'm a very firm wiper. And a couple times I've had someone try to wipe me up. It was like trying to kind of be a bit
like a baby,
delicate. And I'm like, bruh, not even a baby, because the baby you gotta get up in them cracks.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just too delicate. I'm like, I appreciate it. I'm just gonna take care of it myself. I would just much rather take care of it myself. 1, 2 rags for me that really don't matter, honestly. And it doesn't bother me if he does use it before, like wiping me up, because again, it's all for me. It's kind of the same fluid. There's no difference for me.
Mm-hmm.
Typically though, I'm wiped up prior to. There's been very rarely I've experienced them ever clean themselves before I get cleaned. Because I'm way much more of a mess than you are. I should be priority.
That's a fact.
I should be priority.
Where they coming?
I'm not really a fan of anything above like the rib cage area. Like I'm just not. That's just not hasn't been a bridge that I've crossed.
Mm-hmm.
Just hasn't been a situation that presented itself for that to happen. Definitely never going to be above the neck. It's just not going to happen.
The mouth?
Like, I'm not interested.
So no one's ever came in your mouth?
Nope.
Interesting.
Nope. Never.
So if your husband was like, I just really, I know we've never done this, but I really want to come in your mouth. Won't you give me head?
I wouldn't be opposed to trying it, but I'm probably gonna throw up everywhere. Yes.
That's what you say.
Yes, literally. Just the idea of it makes me gag. Like just from giving head, like the pre-cum that comes already, it already gives me like a clogged feeling in the back of my throat that I don't like. Go away, bitch. Like I already have like what I feel like is like this like clogged, like filmy feeling in the back of my throat. So to think of an entire actual load going into my mouth,
the back of your throat, goop,
child. I'll
like, oh my god,
child. Child, I'm already trying to throw up just sucking your dick. Then you gotta come in my mouth? Like
I don't do those things. I don't suck penis.
You're a motherfucking lie.
The penis. It's a nasty flesh.
No, you suck the dick.
No. No, darling, I do not. Anymore. I'm only sucking dicks that belong to me.
Okay. I don't know if that's got to do with anything we just said.
I don't suck dicks no more.
Oh, okay. But if it was yours, you
just
would.
like, I don't like men's no more.
He does.
I don't like dicks no more.
So just like he lied, you lied.
I'm not sucking dicks no more.
You both lied. That was a horrible.
I don't like men's no. That shit was so fucking funny. But no, I have told myself that in order for you to get my top tier that I provide to the gentleman, you got to be on a whole different level. So you just don't get it. I'm not giving my services anymore.
Okay.
You have to deserve.
I mean, you weren't a prostitute or anything like that before. I just want to make that very
clear.
clear.
Yeah, no. I'm saying that my services are so superb that they deserve to be acknowledged.
Okay.
And you have to deserve said things.
Okay.
And if you don't deserve it, you're not getting it.
All right. Loud and clear.
Yeah.
Picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. So any dudes that's trying to holler, just know that it ain't happening. You got to deserve it. So you better come with it. Period.
Noted.
But you can eat my hoo-hanis.
Noted.
I wonder how people would do, because you know how some men don't like to eat punanis? Like, if women were to do the same thing, like, no, I don't do that.
I digress. I digress.
There's no digress on the podcast.
I digress. Men just feel like they have the ability to make statements and negotiate with those type of things, and they do not allow the women the same leadway.
So
like there's certain like nationalities that frown upon that as a whole.
Well, eating huanis?
Yes.
I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah, no. I know it's very public. I'm not sure if he's changed this mythology, but DJ Khaled does not go down on his wife at all.
Well, a lot of people say that they really be doing that, but he probably
I can't imagine you would say like.
What do you
some
gain
people
by
don't
like
that?
It though. Some women don't like it. I can tell you that I didn't like it for a while, and just because it wasn't being done what it needed to be doing, what it needed to be done. And then I had it one time, and I said, "Oh, that's how it's supposed to be done."
Oh yeah.
And I said, "Oh, okay."
Maybe it's because I ain't never ate a pussy before. I just feel like eating pussy is not difficult. Like
I just
really feel like it's not difficult whatsoever.
I think you have to find the spot. Like for a penis, though, is way easier.
Right.
It's there. That's it. For a woman, depending upon where her spot is, because some is there, some you actually have to go in there, like with fingers. Some people just don't get off on just licking or sucking. They have to have the motion and all that stuff too. So I think it just depends on the woman. So I think it definitely is more difficult than just penis. But
I mean, I've had head where I haven't felt any type of arousal.
Me too. That shit was
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think that it's that difficult to where you can't even get her aroused from it.
Think they just didn't give a fuck.
I just think they just don't know. Like, the first couple times, I got cut the fuck up with teeth.
Hold on.
I've been cut the fuck up with teeth before.
Hold on. No, baby. I had to grab mine. I was like, no. I've been scratched with a fingernail. Yeah, that shit hurt. And I was like, like, why your nails so long? Yeah, I was like, you can't do that. Shit hurt.
Was it the inside of your walls?
Yeah. And I said, "This."
You thrusting too hard too, my boy.
It was his finger. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He's in their way.
Yeah, he was doing too much.
People fucking jackknifing inside your pussy. That's disgusting.
I said, it's okay. We good. And I was like, we can't even do no more because I'm hurting. Like, you hurt me.
Child.
It was terrible. So we just used a toy. I got mine. I went to sleep.
Child.
I don't know. I think it's just men don't know women's bodies like they say they be knowing them. But I also know dudes that have never came from head before. But y'all just find it interesting. I just don't know. Because I feel like that is way easy. Well, I don't want to say way, but yeah. But some dudes just don't. And I said, maybe you just need, I don't know what you need. I tried to help, but I was like, I don't know what you need. Like, I don't know. I really want to have a talk with a dude. Like, what is needed for that? Because I feel like it's just there, and you know, it should be good to go. But I don't know. Maybe we need some crazy shit going on. Or some people like sounds, you know. Some people just don't make sounds. Because I realized that. Because I think we talked about that one time. Well, that was a while ago.
That must have been a while ago.
Yeah, we talked about what we need in order to help us out. And I was like, sounds are big things for me.
Right.
Yeah. I think you said nipple things were for you.
Possibly.
Well, nigga, is it? Like, what?
I don't fucking like you. Because I'm really trying to remember that conversation.
It was like when someone was on top of you and maybe sucking on your nipples or something. I'm trying to think, but I can't recall.
I mean, nipple stimulation is great. Love that for me.
I love that for me. But that's a fact. I hate when they do it too hard, though.
I don't think most times because men ain't got no feelings in their nipples, I don't think, like, they don't have the same sensitivity that we do. Mm-hmm. So I think they drastically underestimate how sensitive they are.
I had someone almost try to bite my shit, and I was like, are you trying to take it off? And they were like, no, I thought you liked it. I said, I like it a little bit hard. Like, you can nibble, but what you're doing is trying to eat my nipple.
Yeah. Or like when they like are playing with it with their fingers and like they go back and forth. I'm like, you're trying to twist them bitches off. They do not detach. They are attached. It's not a fucking TV
righty
knob.
tighty, lefty loosey.
I cannot. It's not a stove knob. It's not a goddamn TV turner.
Nothing.
They stay as placed.
I'm weak, but that's a fact, yeah.
Child.
I don't know. I think maybe they just need to be a course on how to do what you do or something. Like what different women like. All your women's not gonna like the same thing. Just like all the men ain't gonna like the same thing.
You're right about that.
Like some men like sloppy of the topic.
That is true. And some don't like it at all.
Yeah. Some men don't like head. Some men like, you know, just hands. Or whatever.
Yeah. Some like a lot of spit. Some don't like spit at all.
Which is interesting. Like, what you want, lotion?
Well, spit, but like they don't like the sloppy toppy, like extra, like pulling the spit from the
back.
Golf
3000.
Yeah, the pulling of the spit from the back to the front. The gagging and a bit of those juices coming up as well. Like some people just don't like that. I remember I was listening to Country Wayne.
And he don't like it.
And he don't like sloppy toppy.
Interesting. And he was on 85 South, wasn't he?
He was. He didn't have another one.
And was it Carlos or was it DC?
He was on Angela Yee's podcast though when he was talking about that.
Oh, I think they said it too on 85. I thought.
I be listening to it at work, so sometimes I be missing some stuff. So that's possible.
Maybe not. I'm trying to think, but I remember him being on there, and I thought they talked about it. And DC with Fly was like, "What? You don't like that?" But maybe it was something else, and he was talking to somebody else. But they definitely talked about like DC and Fly talked about head on there. But yeah, everybody's different.
That's absolutely true.
So that's why you're supposed to ask your partner what they like, y'all. Don't just be out there doing what you do. And trust and believe, some of the people be out there faking.
That's true.
And so you have to know what truly your partner's body. Like, I can be moaning and hating every goddamn, I'm not saying hating, but I can be moaning and you think you hitting it, but you should know my body. Yeah. You should know, all right, is she doing X, Y, and Z, or is she just laying there like?
Yeah, absolutely.
But anyways, we just went on a tangent, my bad.
Well, that's that, folks.
Right.
We wrapping this up. We gave y'all a long ass episode. We had to take a break off for a week, so we giving y'all a long ass episode this week.
So hopefully y'all like that shit. And you know, if y'all want any pointers on any sexual things, hit up Fee Baby because she got you.
Apparently not.
What you mean?
I got limitations. I ain't as diversified as one could be.
What you mean?
I got my boundaries.
You got it. You got it.
Send it to Like I Was Saying podcast, and we'll take a look at it.
We'll go ahead and go through. Maybe we could do an educational thing one day. We'll maybe do a video. Sorry, in my head.
Her face, guys. Again, when we get this video coming to you live next week.
Yeah, she about to set this shit up. While I sit here and relax. I'm the girl in this one while I'm just sitting on the. You don't want to get in the towel.
Fucking hate you.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in to, like I was saying, podcast. And always remember to like, share, comment, subscribe, and tell
everybody.
Motherfucking body. And
life is tough, my dear, but so are
you, bitches. All of you. All of you.
Misguided hoes. All y'all.
All of you. The new, the old. The young. The old.
I hate you.
And just remember that each of you are beautiful. And to never stay what?
Stagnant.
In your motherfucking life.
Bye, guys.
Bye.